Hello, hello, beautiful Lyran Starseeds. This is Lyran Star Goddess Oracle and Tarot, and we are connecting with the energies of light from the Lyran Light Field, from the Lion Light Council, receiving messages and information about what kinds of soul lessons and energies we're moving through at this time. And these are daily readings dedicated to Lyran Starseeds and Urmah Soul Pod. Whenever you find this reading, that's when you were meant to find it. So come and connect with me in the Lyran light field. I am in agreement with Source and only Source. I am in alignment with light and only light. So today, let's take a look at what's going on. What kind of energies are moving through us and with us? What kind of soul lessons are coming up to be recognized and validated? We have astral projection, channel, and lucid dreams in our oracle today. It's very powerful, really. All of the transpersonal senses cards, not all of them, but a bunch of them all together. Astral projection, moving consciousness so that you can see outside of your body. This is the light body moving into different places. Remote viewing is moving your consciousness. Astral projection is moving consciousness, but also moving the light body to a destination, an astral destination, or a destination that's not in the astral so much as it is somewhere on planet rather than off planet. It's interdimensional as well. Channeling, we're always channeling. We're constantly channeling energy. We're constantly channeling source. Channeling is a natural transpersonal sense, just like astral projection, just like lucid dreaming. So channeling, yes, we can be channeling through the veils. We can be specifically talking to a guide or a loved one. But we're also channeling streams of consciousness, right? All the time. This affects our moods a lot. I even bring up moods because the moon has moved into Pisces. I'm moody during Pisces. Check in with your moon mood. What does Pisces have you processing and thinking about and dreaming about? Let's take a look at our tarot. The Queen of Wands is in our center here at the roots. The Queen of Wands, on one hand, when she's reversed, there's anger here. There's anger, there's jealousy, there's resentment, there's revenge. And I feel like usually when we have those senses, it's those feelings and thoughts. It has more to do with feeling creatively blocked because anything that we desire is already in our field. It's already obtainable. There's just a program saying that it's not obtainable. And so that causes this internal conflict. And then we project onto whatever it is that we're wanting or angry about, thinking that we can't have or see or do what it is that we want to. But in actuality, that is part of the soul lesson of figuring out that you are capable and able to do all these things. So let's see what's going on. This is the heart of the situation. The Fool is reversed with the King of Swords. It is so interesting to me when we get repeating cards from yesterday and the day before, but this is all, we're evolving and we're moving through these things as a process. So this makes total sense to me why that would be. The Fool has gained access to consciousness with the King of Swords. And so the Fool is reversed. This is starting off on the new trailhead, but this time, this is not your first rodeo. You've been down this road before. You've been down this path, this trail, but now you have consciousness about what's going to happen. This can be this life, this incarnation, but it can also be a cycle within this life. And this is making different choices specifically because you have that wisdom, that gnosis behind you. So coming from this place of feeling angsty because you can't do something that you want to do, have something that you want to have. Now it's like, oh, I realize that I can. I just have to tap into that consciousness. Even lucid dreams and dream incubation, using your senses and your gnosis to put you onto those divine right timelines that will get you exactly where you want to be, into the energy that you want to be channeling and exuding. Right now, present time energy is Page of Pentacles reversed, and we've had that a couple times too. That is the wall, that is the bridge that has been halted or kind of destroyed. This is like the burning of a bridge or a path that is destroyed, the halting of that path, a wall being built rather than a path through, a pathway through. And then this is the Three of Swords reversed. It's like there's a thing though. On one hand, we like access, right? We have access anytime we really want it. But then there's certain times when we have been down a certain path or been on a certain stream of consciousness. We've been channeling that, and we no longer want to channel that cycle or that karmic cycle. We're done with it. We're done processing it. This energy is about being on the other side of burning that bridge, or deciding never to go back to that stream of consciousness. And we don't have to go back to it to understand what it is because we already know it. We've already been through it. And this indicates that it was a difficult process. But now that the process has been moved through, this is about being on the other side of it, having a gnosis of understanding of what it is, but not having to go through it again. You could even be observing someone else going through it, and you know what it is because you've already been there. So let's take a look at advice. And here's the soul lesson. The soul lesson is the Queen of Cups. So the soul lesson being worked through, validated right now, is the gamut of, or even the wholeness hologram, this gamut or this side of not trusting psychic self at all and completely trusting psychic self on the other side. So this is about complete trust. And then, of course, everything in between. So psychic self, unpsychic self, and then the wholeness of being psychic. That is the soul lesson. Trusting self, trusting what you receive in your dreams, receive in your channeling, receive when you are astral projecting, receiving what you see, believing what you see. Interestingly, the big picture is the Devil card. This is Capricorn. This is also oppression. And I feel like that is talking about the psychic oppression, not having accessibility to psychic realms. This is very specifically the programs that keep us in that belief system. There is happening now and into the near future this is Lovers reverse, there's some kind of imbalance. And again, having to do with trusting self. We're looking at the Lovers card as those two sides of the coin or the gamut, one side and the other side, masculine, feminine, everything in between. There's some kind of imbalance here when it comes to these dysfunctional dynamics of honing that transpersonal awareness. In the past, this is about switching channels. This is about switching streams of consciousness. So that has happened. And there's this moving from that understanding. So the big picture is talking about these oppressive programs. It feels like there is a block that is being worked through. And advice is talking about halfway there, halfway seeing things being half illuminated, which is also interesting because our Pisces moon is half illuminated right now. It is a waning gibbous, so it's still 50%, more than 50% illuminated, but it's like getting smaller. It's halfway, the illumination is halfway. Let's continue on and see what else. This is advice. So I feel like this is more so about giving yourself some grace and giving yourself some time to actually open to see there's this resistance here that I'm feeling. What needs to happen? Let's ask the Council of Light, the Council, the higher self, the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, the higher self is talking about expanding the heart space, the portal in the heart, rather than focusing on the mind, rather than focusing on the center of head space for this opening to this resistance, this holding of this resistance, and then this releasing of it, opening the heart. This is having grace with self, having a softness rather than anger or frustration. It's like, it's an acceptance, but it's an acceptance in order to be able to move through it. This body of glass, kind of let the light shine through it rather than be stuck on one side of it. Angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light are talking about the Ace of Swords. This is that karmic sword, the laying down of karmic swords. You know, for some reason today, and I'm not seeing this person, but someone today is coming up. This is like a having psychic cords or psychic hooks that just need to be pulled out and released, cutting of cords. And this could very well have to do with the programming of psychic transpersonal senses not being accessible. And the future self is talking about the big picture, the Knight of Swords reverse, talking about jumping to conclusions before having all of the information. But instead of doing that, looking at the big picture of what this consciousness actually involves, it feels like there are some things that have been oppressed purposefully, at least for a time, things that maybe are difficult to consider, difficult to see, but there's an awareness now, or there's a readiness now to see everything that is needed to be seen. Had you seen it before? Maybe you did and you had to go back in. It just wasn't, it wasn't time, or it wasn't available for being purposeful. But for whatever reason, that availability and that time and that purpose, understanding and having this awareness and this knowledge, it's going to be useful now to have that information. And I feel like it has to do with observing someone else in their process, and it's something that you already understand, so you can be of service, of assistance, even if you are just being an energy in this space of awareness, even if you are just witnessing, for instance, as a healing modality. You could be interacting, talking, holding space, but that doesn't have to be the case, especially if it's a difficult dynamic. You could just be aware and be witnessing and be assisting the process in that way. This is releasing the situation. What is in the release position? We've got the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a sneaky monkey card. Lying, cheating, stealing. And at the same time, this is also a card of saving yourself by stealing the swords so that they will not be used against you. So anything in between there, the Ten of Swords is this really devastating energy of being betrayed, stolen from, hurt. But this is this cycle being complete. It's over. So if you have had to keep a secret that has been hurtful, this is over because the secret is coming out. If someone has kept something from you, if some oppressive dynamic has been keeping you seemingly behind the wall, unable to see what you need to see, that is ending. That is releasing. There, this is kind of a difficult outcome because the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups reversed, the Five of Pentacles is about an abandonment. And I feel like ultimately it's an abandonment of this dynamic or this particular belief, this program. It's an abandoning of it, a releasing of it. And then the Eight of Cups reversed is like, I'm not moving on from it yet, though. So it feels like there is a cognitive dissonance of some kind. There's a huge energy shift, and the body has to get used to this energy shift. The mind has to understand, okay, things are different now. I thought it was one way, but it's actually another way. And this might be you having gone through this already and helping someone else or recognizing someone else is going through this dissonance, but it could be you, or it could be another layer when you're witnessing someone else and moving through this. This is kind of a doozy today, but this is the whole message about today and about Pisces moon is about your accessibility to see, know, hear, feel, using your transpersonal senses, your abilities to lucidly dream, astral project, constantly channel. You can choose what you're channeling, and we choose what we're channeling based on our gnosis. What do we want to channel? Whoa, I was channeling that frequency. I was channeling that dynamic. I no longer want to channel that dynamic, and instead I want to channel this one. Freedom, light. I'm in agreement with source and only source. I'm in agreement and alignment with light and only light. Whatever it is that you are wanting to bring to you, channel to you, call it in. Just call it in. Thank you so much for being with me, being here with me today, Lyran Starseeds, Urmah Soul Pod. Love you. See you tomorrow.